I had to drink and drive. No, there's never a good time to drink and drive. If your dog is dying and you're drunk, you let your dog die. Okay? Because they're going to think later on in life, oh, you had good intentions. You think good intentions is an excuse to be a criminal? That's all I was saying. And the other example I used was a cigarette. Okay? I'm not going to admit to smoking marijuana if I don't know if I smoke marijuana. For example, if I'm at a high school, I borrow a cigarette, because that's what you do. You borrow cigarettes. I borrow a cigarette. I smoke it. The guy says to me, hey, that's laced with marijuana. I feel fine. I don't believe him. I'm not going to say, maybe I had marijuana. You know what I mean?
Hey, Clint. It's Sharma here. I'm currently out of Alberta.
Sharma from Alberta. Thanks for calling, dude.
I'm going to apply to the RCMP pretty soon. Just been watching your podcast for quite a while now, and
Thanks for watching. I appreciate that.
Really seem to enjoy them. They've been getting me through the process, or I guess kind of what to expect quite a bit. And I just had a question for you. So just over the summer here, I was at a club or a nightclub in Calgary, and I was with a group of guys, about 5 or 6. Only knew really one of them. And we were also with a group of girls. And so one of the guys actually approached one of the girls that I knew very well from high school. She had dated my best friend for 2 or 3 years, so I knew her pretty well. And, he was hitting on her and whatnot. He was grabbing her. I saw pretty clear signs of discomfort from her. And even her mentioning not to touch her quite a bit. And so one thing led to another. I didn't want to just stand there, so I kind of walked up to him, grabbed him, took him to the side, and was like, "Hey, buddy, like you need to stop with that, and if not, there's going to be some consequences from that." But I was reviewing the RMAQ for a bit, and I saw there was a question about intimidation in there, and my first concern was the safety of this girl, so I didn't really think of what I was going to say to this guy, and kind of just said whatever I had to say, and that's kind of what it was. And he kind of, "Hey man, what's your problem with it?" And kind of that, and that was the end of that. I was just wondering if that would be any concern as far as the RCMP application goes in that question portion of it. All right, but other than that, thank you so much. I love your content again, and I hope to hear from you soon. All right.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for calling. I think you're good. It actually might go in your favor. I don't know if there was any threats. Might be a different story. I don't know if you threatened him. I don't even know if that would change anything. You diffused the situation. You had a task that you had to complete, and that was to make her safe. And you solved the problem. There was a problem. Always remember, when you say these things, it might be a great interview question. If they still give interviews, you could probably slide that scenario into answering one of the interview questions from the police recruiter. You had a task, whatever it is, the star, whatever. But remember, when I was called on everything by the person that interviewed me. Like, I remember saying something bad during the interview, and she would say, "Did you report it to police?" Like, if you see a crime, was it a crime? Did you report it to police? So just be prepared for all sides of the question when asked. I like it, man. You acted appropriately. You seen a potential problem, and you fixed it, you solved it, and you sound like a good kid.
Hey, Clint.
If you enjoyed that short bag of dicks, you can watch the full episode right here.